balmy shores of sunny Florida to the cold winds of Chicago and everywhere in between, you're watching the Red Wemette Show, live, coast to coast. Talk of the town, Mr. Red Wemette.
Hello. Today is the 7th of January, 2026, and I am Red Wemette, and that guy over there, he's Adam Flowers from Mod Vlog. We're just on Mod Vlog. Say hi, Adam. No sound, Adam. Sound.
Oh, you got me muted. Yeah, that guy over there, he's from Chicago.
Which
Chicago.
one?
That guy over there. How's it going, Red?
Pretty good. I'm looking at this question here, and
Red, did you ever hear of Joe Moriel? John Moriel meets. John Moriel meets.
I did, but I don't remember where. I heard of him, but I don't remember where. So
John Moriel meets.
Perpetually throughout my life, I have had problems.
Bedford Park.
Yeah.
It's owned by Smithfield Foods.
That doesn't mean anything. It's in Bedford Park. It can be owned by the mob, and they put a front man in there. What do you think this channel is?
Well, it says the parent company is Smithfield Foods, and it's owned by the WH Group, which was formerly Shanghai International. Shanghai International.
Okay.
Maybe the Yakuza's involved if it's the Japanese mob, right?
Could be.
I don't know.
Who is getting a kick out of Adam's cardigans?
Hey!
If they keep him warm.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. They keep me white. It's cold out, man. I'm such a wuss, dude, because I have to sit in these 115-degree heat in the summertime. So in the winter, when it gets into like the 60s, I'm going, oh, it's kind of cold out. I used to be when I was in Chicago, it didn't feel cold till it was in the 30s.
60, my ass. Wasn't it 42 last night?
Yeah, it was in the 40s. It was like 48. Yeah, it was dropping. It was getting kind of cold last night. Indeed it was. Indeed it was. Yes. So
anyway, we might as well just get this out of the way. I almost talked about it on Adam's show, and I get a kick out of this cardio. 40 is warm, not where I'm at. Right now it is 78 degrees with a fog advisory, and I'm in Panama City Beach, and it's beautiful here. A little bit of fog outside though, and it's starting to get dark. So it is what it is.
The sun's staying up longer.
Yes, a little bit, but it's starting to get dark here. We have John was friends and neighbors with Jackie the Lackey.
Jackie Cerrone.
And Batters, the Hook, everyone. And then Mike and Michael took over. Okay. That's the way those things work.
So John Morrell meets. John was neighbors with Jackie Cerrone, Batters, the Hook, everyone. And then Mike and Michael took it over. Mike and Michael? Who's Mike and Michael? Talking about Mike Spilotro?
No. I know he didn't have a piece of it. I knew everything he owned, and that wasn't one of the things he owned.
Oh, Comp. It's the Red Chinese that owns Smithfield.
Okay.
That's who owns that meat company now. But okay.
Neighbors with Ricardo.
Yeah.
Ricardo is dead.
Neva Henry. Hello. New name.
Yeah.
Neva Henry also said www. Do you know that www is longer than saying World Wide Web?
Yes, it is.
Because W is 3 syllables. www instead of World Wide Web. It's 9 syllables instead of 3. Why does everybody say www?
I don't know. It's easier to type. Why do they spell out?
Type. It's faster to type. Yeah, you got that right. It's faster to type. It's shorter to say.
Why do they spell out? It's like a name, a last name, and they'll spell it out. That's with a double T. But anyway, getting things, clearing the air on.
Oh, Scott H is in Vegas. That's right. Scott texted me earlier. It's in Vegas. Oh, I hope you're in Vegas more than one day, Scott. I'm in the middle of putting in a sink. Go ask Red about that. He'll tell you all about it.
I don't want to go into that. His work is great, but his helpers are like hindering a process. So that's what it is.
Be dubbed instead of Buffalo Wild Wings. Be dubbed.
I got a better one for you. Hey, Red, Adam, who's the current
consigliere of the outfit?
Last I heard, it was Barack Obama.
Yeah, there you go. That's the current consigliere of the Chicago outfit over there in Crook County. Yeah. Adam, how about tomorrow? Scott, I think tomorrow, let me look. I want to say yes. I want to say, dude, like, let's meet and go have some. I just sent Red a picture because I had the sink all torn up in the kitchen. So we got some Italian beefs last night from Joe's. And I could go for an Italian beef, though, again, Scott. I don't know about you, but I'd do it.
I do it too, good, Scott.
Yeah, dude, we're making Red jealous right now. You know that, right? Because Red can't find Italian beefs where he is.
Eric.
So tomorrow, I don't know, Scott. I got to look and see. I got to text you back because I have somebody. Oh, yeah. Okay. Till Friday. 3 crime tour. You did the crime tour already. I got a crime tour going out. See if you want to do that. Yeah, it's in the air, Scott, but I'd love to do it, dude. We'll make it work somehow, some way. We'll meet up and yeah, I'd like to do that. Maybe that you'd love an Italian beef. Hell yeah, dude. All right, that's what we'll do. Right on. So that's the fun part of this shit, man, on this channel. Is you get to go see these people that we talk to and hang out with,
It is.
It really is. It's
how many times did we talk and all of a sudden we saw each other?
Scott's up for anything, man. I almost want to say, dude, let's go to Roll and Smoke and go get some ribs. Roll and Smoke barbecue. Holy shit.
Eric, I wish to address Eric here. Eric says Pudgy Matassa.
Pudgy Matassa
is the concept. I have a question for you. If your answer is true, who is he counseling? If your answer is true, who is he counseling and who enforces his rules for him? You know something? It's a big secret. Nobody knows. Do you know why? Because there isn't anybody. That's it. That's why it's such a big secret. And that's what they tell everybody. We can't talk about it anymore. Things have changed. Yeah. People went to prison. People died. A lot of things changed.
But what do they have left? I mean, if there's no gambling anymore to run, there's no loan sharking to be done.
They still have gambling. They still do have gambling for people that want to pick up the phone and make a sports bet. They still have it.
You could do that on your phone now. You could just do that on your phone.
What did I tell you? They still have it, but it's not big. It's nothing like it was. Nothing.
So I know a place that still runs football squares in Cook County. It's a private place where people go in, hang out, and they got football squares. Is that illegal?
Yeah.
It is, right?
This guy says call girls, Mr. Puppet.
No, the internet took to call girls. Come on. There's no prostitution being run by the mob. And they don't have any, they don't even have the marijuana business. I mean, the state took that. The state's got the river boats. Why would you, if you want to go play craps, are you going to go play it on the corner on the street? Or are you going to go into a river boat and get a free cocktail?
The last hooker that I know about, that I personally know about, when she got attempted extorted, she went to the FBI. They didn't arrest her. They arrested the guy.
Oh, hey, Eric has the answer. Sammy Cards, Albie, and Sally D, supposedly, and the traveling pizza guy.
Are you out of your mind, Eric? Eric, Albie's in Florida because Albie's, what, 79? 79 years old? He's not getting around to it. Sally D is in 93, 94 years old. That guy, I mean, he needs help to get to the car if he's going to the car anymore. And the traveling pizza guy, I don't know who he is.
Who's the traveling pizza guy? That's all I really want to know about this.
Yeah.
Who's the traveling pizza guy? It sounds like a good script.
Eric, don't be gullible. Don't believe this crap.
Traveling pizza guy. I wonder who that could be.
Pritzker is the racket boss now.
Yeah, there you go. That's exactly that's the boss. Who's under Pritzker? I hate to see who's under Pritzker because they got to be flattened out.
Eric, that's what they say. Okay, people talk and they say a lot of bullshit. I mean, things that are not really true. And other people believe them. I don't.
I know they're old, but there's no but. There's no but. No buts about it. No way.
I want to know who the
I could use a few slices. Gordito Guapo. I can't afford a few slices. I got to stop eating the slices of pizza. That's what I got to do. I need to lose the traveling pizza guy's phone number, man. That's what needs to happen.
Turkey names. Welcome to reality.
Eric Phillips, man, you got to look these people up. Look them up. Look at the Gangster Report with Scott Bernstein. He knows what he's talking about.
If you look at the game, poor Scott, I feel sorry for him. He's done so much research that goes way, way back. But the truth of the matter is, better than 50% of what he says is not accurate. I mean, unfortunately, Scott made some major mistakes. One of the major mistakes was, who was the guy I didn't like? Gummer. But Gummer.
Hunter.
No, Gummer.
Gunner.
Windham or something like that. Scott endorsed him as saying he was part of the New York Mafia. And then later on, it blew up in his face. It was all made up baloney, lies, crap. And Scott made a retraction online. I got to say that about Scott. If he's wrong, he'll come back and say he's wrong. But he jumps the gun on a lot of things.
Gunnar Lindblom. Thanks, Scott.
That's who it was.
Gunnar Lindblom, Detroit.
Our Thing.
Right.
Our Thing Incorporated. You know who's more? I mean, 100% more validated than Gunner?
Who?
Gianni Russo. Gianni Russo is more validated than
All
Gunner.
right, come on, let's get to it. Read your damn email that the guy sent you. Let's hear it.
This guy's
tell everybody about this. Let's tell everybody about this.
Actually,
Boy, this guy Red so wound up tighter than a fucking, I don't know, but he got him wound up. I said, why are you letting this guy wind him up? He even called this guy's mom. Oh, tell him the story. This is great.
last night at approximately 7-something in the evening, I got a message. And the message was,
read it to us.
I'll read it off my messenger. I still have it up here.
Want me to read it?
I can read it.
Okay.
I got a lot of messages after that.
You put it on your Facebook. Posted it.
Yeah, I posted on my Facebook, but it says this is at 9:57 in the evening. His name is Charlie Picardi. Picardi.
Picardi.
Yes. Hey, Red, you're a very lucky man. You're still living. If my uncle knew that you were alive and recording him years ago, he would have chopped your head off and made you disappear from this world. You got a lot of balls, my friend. So
Got a lot of balls.
I never answered Charlie. I just figured, I don't want to answer him because once I do, I engage him. But I did copy what he said and I put it on Facebook. And I asked people, I said, does anybody know who this guy is? And fortunately enough, or unfortunately enough, there were a lot of people that seemed to know more about him than I did. And after I posted this, it says, Michael Mossy says, what app did he contact you on? And Michael Mossy, and I said, Messenger. I blocked him. And he said, quick Google search turned up this. And he copied and posted it. And it says, Charlie Picardi, Cook County Court Services Brady list. He's on the Brady list of Cook County. Man who fled scene of accident was arrested for DUI on Milwaukee and Glenview. Glenview blotter. Man on warrant gets arrested for resisting arrest. So that's what we had on last night. I got on today. I thanked him, Michael, and I said he sounds like he's a drunk and a keyboard warrior. Thank you. And William, this guy upset me a little bit, but William said to me, agreed. But a lot of that's to be expected. That part I didn't agree with. I don't expect it.
Expected.
Yeah, you got to expect people to call you names and, threaten your life.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in the wire, guy. I don't agree with you there. It's just for reference. Seems like another blowhard. And if that or my uncle, by the way, his uncle's probably dead. It's like a thing from the Honeymooners episode. My friend Harvey, the clown, needs to rest his thumbs. Peace, Red. And that was a very nice thing to say. But this morning, when I arose, I had private messages. And guess what? They were all interesting. Jake Peterson last night said, I will do a background check, a skip trace to see who he is. And I said, thank you. And just let it go at that. After that, my favorite Italian cowgirl, Rhonda. Everybody knows Rhonda, don't you?
Hey, did you ever hear of Peter Licavoli, Detroit mobster?
No.
Purple Gang in Detroit? He's friends with Chauncey Holt.
No.
Okay. The guys that robbed Big Tuna's house were all killed. Then the guys that killed him were killed. Who do you think killed them?
Who knows? I wasn't there.
The guys that robbed Big Tuna's house were all killed. And then the guys that killed them were killed. Who do you think killed them? That's crazy. What? That sounds like a riddle. All right. When prostitutes go to a restaurant to meet up with Johns, is it with Jimmy John or Papa John?
Papa John.
Thomas, Mr. Papa said to Thomas, who do you think killed them? He said, who do you think, Thomas? Jesus.
Well, let me finish up with this idiot.
Yeah,
here.
sure.
So Rhonda, my Italian cowgirl, who is one of our viewers, she's probably watching, said, "Hey, Red, just saw your Facebook post. This was at 12:59 today." Yeah. And wanted to respond about Charlie P. I grew up with a guy by the name of Charlie P. And she said his whole name, Bacardi, in grade school and high school. If it's the same guy, he's a joke, a total joke. He's a very short little man who's a wannabe connected guy. As far as I know, he has no connections. He's always been talked a lot of BS. Honestly, I think he suffers from small man syndrome. He's harmless. In fact, I beat him up a few times since grade school. He was a total wuss.
Oh my gosh.
So I said, "Thank you, my favorite Italian cowgirl." And she says, "You're very welcome, my friend." She's got a couple laughs. And she says, "I'm sure I could still kick the shit out of him." or throw a couple bales of ham that are bigger than he is.
So Jim Magnifici said anybody who doesn't shit themselves while the recording wire falls down while recording Frank Schweiss has big balls. That had to have been a crazy moment, man, when that happened to you.
When what happened? Which part happened?
When the wire fell down off the chair.
Oh, off his chair. Yeah.
Yeah.
That bothered me. I'm looking at it like I'm looking at you. And as I'm looking at it, I'm saying, if he sees that, I got a problem. I mean, I really got a problem. I know he's going to pick it up and say, "What the hell's this?"
Oh my God. What would you have done?
Nothing. I'd have relied on Lenny, who had the pistol over, he had his belt in view. I'd looked over at Lenny like in that movie Harlem. In that movie Harlem Nights, I looked at Lenny like, okay. but honestly, it was a very quick thinking on my part. I looked on the table. Frank didn't like guns in the house. I mean, he never liked guns in the house. Most of the guys I knew would put their guns on the coffee table. Frank never carried a gun into my house. But he thought it was a pistol. It was a cigarette lighter that was the size of a pistol. And on the top of it, you push the hammer down and a butane light comes up. And so I picked up the pistol and I was pointing it at him and I pulled a cigarette out and I lit it and he went, and he said, "Don't ever point that thing at me again." And he went to the bathroom. While I was in the bathroom, I tucked that thing away. That's how I did it. That was a bad moment. Probably one of the worst moments I had. That was a bad moment. But probably the worst moment that I ever had was Scott Jennings from the FBI hooked that thing up, and he had feedback, RF interference in the fan, the ceiling fan. And so I turned it on and it's going buzz, buzz, buzz. And Frank turns around and says, "What's that fucking noise?" And I said, "Must be the entertainment center." I went over where the camera was in the entertainment center.
Oh my God.
As I was over in the entertainment center, Lenny was over by the fan where the gang switches were. And he pushed the fan, it went off. And I said, yeah, I think I got it.
Hey, how'd they hide the camera how'd they hide the camera?
That was my idea. I put it in the back of a rear projection TV. We had rear protection TVs in those days. We didn't have flat screen, but I put it inside. So it worked that way. And on the outside, I had a condenser mic that was, oh, wow. It was probably the size of the end of a Q-tip, like this size. That's what the mic was. And probably the cord was this size. And I hung that outside and just put it on top of the TV set. And it picked up gorgeous. I mean, they said, how'd you get it to work so good? And I said, it wasn't going to be buried in that attache case because you couldn't hear anything. Everything was
sophisticated for the time. That was pretty sophisticated.
It was called the Ole Cassini briefcase. And if you look it up, that's what the FBI used. And they wouldn't come out and hook it up. So I did it myself. I was in a hurry.
Wow. So you had a plan to kill Frank Schweiss if something went wrong? That was you and Lenny talked that through?
We talked this over a long time ago. The deal was that Lenny would stay back approximately 20 feet or better. And there was a chair over there. And he used to put his hands behind his back like this. And there was a cushion back there. But underneath that cushion was a Walther PPK, a 380. And it was locked and loaded. There was one in the chamber. 380, you can fire one shot. I mean, you could double action the first shot. He always had one in the chamber. But it was laying back there. If anything went wrong, he was supposed to come out and go, bam. That was it. And I'm quite sure if I would have called Chicago police and said, I just did something very bad. You have to get over here. Frank Schweiss is laying on my floor. He's dead. I don't think they would have charged me.
You don't think so? You think that if they did, the feds would have intervened?
No, I don't think the Chicago police would have charged me. They all knew who he was and they hated him.
Okay.
I remember Mark Ryder. He was a Chicago police officer. He pulled him over while he was driving. He pulled Frank Schweiss over. And when he pulled him over, Frank got out of the car real fast. And he pulled in a parking spot that was legal. It was a meter. And he got out real fast and threw a quarter in the meter. And Mark Ryder went over and said, let me see your driver's license. And he said, fuck you. I mean, he was not nice about it at all. And Mark said, open up the car. He said, get a warrant. Mark was looking for a gun or something. And he said, get a warrant. So Mark got on the radio and called his sergeant. And I knew his sergeant. And he told him, he said, what happened? And he said, just go home. It's more problems than you want. Just find something else to do. So Mark was telling me about it. He said, can you imagine the nerve of that guy? And I said, no, I imagine your nerve, Mark, because that guy would have killed you in 2 seconds. That guy was a danger. He was a very dangerous man. He didn't care about badges. This guy says it right here.
We don't need no stinking badges.
Yes, out of Blazing Saddles.
I'd rather take my chances with the law than Frank if it came down to it.
And that was my point of view exactly. That was exactly my point of view. If it really came down to it, that's what it would be. But I don't think it would have gone to that, really. It never went that direction. Even when Frank was arrested, they showed him the money that was marked that I initialed. And he looked at the agent and said, is that all this is? I'll be out in 10 minutes. So all the way to the end, he didn't believe it until they took him in to the U.S. Attorney's office and played an undercover tape for him, where he's actually my lawyer. And then he said, I want my lawyer. And he got very solemn. So that's the story of Frank Schweiss in my life.
Was Jane Byrne openly close to the first ward organizer early in her admin? Didn't they do something with the city health department? I have a dim memory of jokes about it.
Yes, they did. They did. Jane Byrne was probably the best thing that ever happened to Chicago. Really. Jane Byrne was a great organizer. I'll tell you somebody that was angry at her at the time, and they realized they made a major mistake, was the Chicago Police Department. Mayor Daley, Mike Bolandic, Harold Washington, all the other mayors would have never, ever let them have a union, the police have a union. Jane Byrne let the police have a union, and she let them vote on it too. And unfortunately, they picked the Federation of Police to be their bargaining agent, which was a major mistake. Who was on the ballot? Teamsters Union. And they should have let the Teamsters Union be their bargaining agent. Mr. Puppet, did I ever meet Chris Petty?
Chris Petty.
I knew Larry Petite. I knew Joey Petite. I don't remember a Chris Petty. I'm sorry. If I did, I don't remember.
Rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6.
You know, I heard a lot of people say that in my lifetime, and I've never said it because if it happens, it happens. There's not much you can do about it.
Yeah.
Did any of the bosses ever want to take Frank Schweiss out? No. No, he was too useful. He was very useful. Nobody wanted to take him out. That I know of, anyway. It just didn't happen.
He made problems disappear.
Yes, he did. He made a lot of things disappear.
Somebody suggested that we have a Chicago Bears football game watch party on the channel and watch the Green Bay Packers versus the Chicago Bears this Saturday.
That would be interesting.
Well, that's the big game. I mean, if they win this one, do they go on and play more?
I don't know.
Wild card. It's the wild card, I guess. Final. No, they already played them. They played the Packers on the 20th. They're going to play them again?
Yeah, that's it. That's the game. That's it.
The wild card round. It's it. If they win, they don't go on and go to the Super Bowl or whatever.
I don't know how that goes now.
I don't either.
I read about it. Come on. I stopped watching. It got confusing a long time ago. It used to be when you won your division. When you won your division, you were in the playoffs, and that was it. And then after the playoffs, it was the AFC against the NFL. And that was it. The NFL. Now it's different.
Chevy says, yeah, if they win if they win, they go to the divisional round. This is the first round of the playoffs.
Okay, so it's like a Cinderella game now.
So it's the playoffs. If you lose, you're done.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well,
Denver's gonna win it unless Seattle, the Rams, or Philadelphia sneaks in a win.
I think Denver has a very good chance. Although Philadelphia's got a good team.
Wild card round, then the divisional round, the conference championship, and then the Super Bowl. Yeah, the Bears aren't going to make it there, are they?
No, it's too many games. Mr. Puppet believes.
I like to see him make it there, man. I remember the Super Bowl shuffle when I was a kid. Love to see that. Do you remember the Super Bowl shuffle?
I certainly do. I remember the whole ball game, and it was crazy.
Remember the song? Remember the song? Remember the video?
Mm-hmm.
We are the Bears, shuffling crew, shuffling on down. We'll do it for you. We're so bad. We know we're good. You know what? Yeah. Jim McMahon did his little singing part. They all did their singing.
Jim McMahon, I respected Jim McMahon. Jim McMahon was young. People don't understand when he went to BYU.
Yeah.
He only played his freshman year. And then after that, he was drafted. So he's a young guy. He was under 21 when he was drafted to the Bears. But he was a very interesting character. I found him to be, I liked him. I liked him a lot. And one of the things that happened, I went to Super Bowl and with Frank Schweiss, as a matter of fact, we went to New Orleans. But a story for you guys who are interested in football. McMahon got loaded the night before, and he was shooting off his mouth about how they were going to beat the crap out of him, all kinds of things. And it was a bad decision. The next day, he woke up and there were team players on the radio talking about how the Chicago Bears should get on a plane and go home before they get harmed. And it was sick. It was really sick. So McMahon had to go on the radio. He couldn't get near people. They had bodyguards around him, but he had to go on the radio and actually make an apology to everybody. And I thought that was going to be the end of it right there. I really did.
They call me the fridge, and I'm the rookie. I may be large, but I'm no dumb cookie. You see me, you see me hit, you see me run. When I kick and pass, we'll have more fun. I remember the lyrics.
I was telling Adam something the other day. I was telling him about the fridge nickname was called Biscuit.
Yeah, I thought his nickname was the fridge.
It was also Biscuit.
Biscuit.
They used to say, "Why they call you Biscuit?" And he said, "One more biscuit. I keep eating the morning biscuits."
Tim Perrone said, "Sweetness, man." Walter Payton, sweetness.
He was good.
He wish he would have scored a touchdown in that Super Bowl. The fridge scored a touchdown. You remember that?
I do. I also remember when he picked up this is in Chicago, but he picked up Walter Payton and threw him across. Walter had the ball and he threw him across
the line.
They called it back. They called the play back. They said illegal forward motion.
Was it really? It was illegal for him to do that? He couldn't do that?
You got to carry the ball. You can't throw the player and the ball over.
Oh, I gotta look that one up.
Look it up. It's in the highlights of the game.
I'm sure it is. I'm looking it up right now.
Here, Gordio, he's got it for you. It was Biscuit because he ate one biscuit more when he hit 400 pounds.
If he ate one more biscuit, he'd have hit 400 pounds.
Okay. And that's the truth. They called him Biscuit. But his public name for everybody else was the refrigerator. He was something else. There never will be another team like that.
Oh, it's like the Bulls, man. It's like the Bulls. William Fridge.
Thank you, Cordy. I appreciate you, Kai. I appreciate all of you.
Holy shit.
Samurai Mike, I stopped him cold, like the defense in the big and bold. Yeah. That was great.
Oh, the sweetness.
Yeah, that was a big thing. Even the narrators were talking about it. They wanted Walton Payton to get more yardage, and they kept pulling him out of the game. It was sad. Richard Dent, Michael Singletary. Singletary was that.
Michael Singletary.
He looked like an animal. He looked like just an animal. Them eyes, you know.
Yeah.
That mean look. They were bad.
Fridge was missing a tooth in the front.
Yes, he had a
gap in the front.
Yeah, but he also had a what do they call those? A bridge where he'd put it in. He could take it out and put it in. When he had his mouthpiece on the field, you could see it. It was gone. But when he was doing interviews and stuff like that, he put it back in.
That's Super Bowl 20, huh?
Yes, it was. 2 X's. I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
The last you heard, Fridge was living out of his car in North Carolina. I think he passed on, guy. I think he's gone. He had all kinds of issues. Circulatory. Oh, yeah.
Great. Oh, that was fun.
I can't believe this. This is terrible. I saw a story not long ago that Fridge was having problems and he sold his Super Bowl ring. Somebody bought it and gave it back to him.
No way. That happened?
This guy is a legend, man. And I cannot believe that people would treat him that way. I mean,
yeah, he sold his Super Bowl ring first in 2000. It was auctioned off for over $200,000 in 2015, despite a 10-year-old boy briefly buying it for $8,500 and returning it to Perry in 2011. The ring, known for being a size 25. What's that? Jesus. Was sold by the collector Perry originally sold it to, with Perry reportedly receiving none of the $203,000 final price. 10-year-old bought it and returned it to him.
Yeah.
He's struggling with health issues like well, didn't we look it up? He had alcoholism and shit too, William Perry?
Diabetes, alcohol,
Yeah. He has a lot of fucking problems. Why'd we just look him up the other day? We were talking, we looked him up and we're reading about a bunch of athletes that ended up with shit.
Yeah, I think I brought up McMahon. McMahon had that's enough, Duke. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, dog, for giving you a notice. There was a problem with McMahon having a circulation problem with his spinal cord fluid. It would go up into the brain, but it wouldn't come back down. And it gave him headache, and it gave him all kinds of problems. And he attempted suicide a couple times, or he attempted to hurt himself. And what happened was he finally got with a doctor in New York who saw what the problem was, and he put a little tube in there so it would return. The spinal fluid would return. And he's been doing a lot better since then. But he's also going around, and he's got a heck of a lawsuit against the NFL. And he's going around helping people that have the same problem he has and telling them to, where to go to that doctor, and also signing them up for a lawsuit against the NFL. But, these guys may not settle. I mean, the NFL may not settle until who knows. And when they do settle, it's not going to be good. It really isn't.
This is terrible. Do you want me to read it to you?
Go ahead.
Sports Illustrated has a story on William the Refrigerator Perry. He's fallen on some hard times. He can barely walk, and only then with a walker. He's 150 pounds at least overweight, around 430 to 450. He doesn't work out with physical therapists or wear compression socks or orthopedic shoes that he should. His hearing is terrible. He won't wear his hearing aids, so he ends up virtually reading lips unless you're close to him speaking loudly. He has 4 children. He doesn't see them much, at least not as often as one would expect. Both ex-wives are out of the picture. He lives alone in a retirement facility. He was in Chicago for the 30th anniversary of the Bears Super Bowl win. He had to be hospitalized with diabetes-related leg infection. He drinks heavily on a daily basis, drinking beer and vodka while hanging out in his car. It's a bad place to be drinking. With notes like, the fridge can't move from the driver's seats. His car reeks like urine because he can't control his bladder and sometimes doesn't care. He's only 53. He has numerous. He's only 53.
Yeah.
Hold on. When was this article written? January of 2025. So he's 54 now. What? He's only that much older than me? Come on.
He's still 53, guy. He hasn't made 54 yet.
He's developed Guillain-Barré syndrome, and his brother was appointed as a guardian. Oh, it's bad. It's a mess. It's a sad story for one of the most memorable players. A picture of him here, too.
For a man that made so much money.
That's it.
And he was so famous. I mean, he was so famous. How could it happen?
William Perry? No. That article's fucked, man. Says he can't only be 53, dude. I was like 10 years old when he was playing. Fucking no way. He turned 62 today. He's 63. He's 63.
So look up just if you're there in the neighborhood. Look up.
He's in a nursing home at 63.
Yeah, that's bad, man. I mean,
he wasn't that bad. Like he wasn't out of shape that badly.
I'm overdue for the nursing home.
Oh, you should have been in the nursing home at least 10 years ago, dude.
At least. But look up Jim McMahon if you can and see how old he is.
Oh, you want to know about Jim McMahon?
Yeah. Because I remember when he was drafted.
He's 66. He was born in 59.
He's 10 years older than me, or younger than me.
Younger, yeah. Did he do something to his eye, Jim McMahon? One of his eyes was messed up somehow. Like he stabbed it. He always wore those sunglasses to hide it.
He had problems with his eye. He had problems with his shoulder. He had a contract, a hit put on him, and a Green Bay Packer for $100,000.
A hit put on him.
Blindsided him and knocked his shoulder out of socket so he could never throw that ball again. And
no shit.
Oh yeah, that happened. The guy lost his he couldn't play in the league anymore because he did that. But there were no criminal charges over that particular incident, which I thought was like crazy.
Have you seen him lately?
No, I haven't. I just got told he looks older than me. But then again, he's done a lot of worse things than I have. I mean, he was in the thick of it.
I wish I could wish in one hand, shit in the other, and see which one fills up first. I say or wish all day long. I wish I could vote his own thing. Yeah, he looks old. That's all I could say. I mean, I can't put this up here on the screen, but anywho,
football's a brutal game, and everybody has its problems eventually.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's very, very true.
Jay Man, you never read my book, and you don't watch me often. I did several shows on Louis Eberle and Louis the Mooch. I knew Louis. I knew him quite well. I even recorded him in my home. Louis came to me for favors every now and then. He owned a place called Stone Cottage Pub out in Stone Park. He worked under Joey Lombardo. Yes, I knew him quite well, very well. Look up Assault in the Ring, the fight between Louis Resto, Billy Collins Jr., Panama Louis. It's got to be interesting, Ryan, but guess what? Ryan, it's time to say goodbye, guy. It's that time of the day.
Oh, well, we've been hanging out for a while now.
It was nice seeing all you folks stop by. I want to thank you very much. And hopefully I'll be seeing you Monday. And until then, Christina says, everybody enjoy the rest of your day. Nice.
Enjoy your day, Christina. Thank you.
She's over in Europe. So from Adam, everybody else, it's Red Wemette out.
God bless, Red.
God
The combination of the videotapes and Wemette's testimony resulted in the conviction of 2 men on extortion charges. One of them was Frank Schweiz, known in syndicate circles as the German, a feared mob terrorist and a suspect in a number of gangland murders.
He was described to me by other outfit individuals as the most feared hitman. And as he said to me, my reputation precedes me, son.